I'm now logged back in as the admin user. If you haven't already, do the same. In this lecture, we're going to talk about taxonomies. Taxonomies is a very simple concept to understand, but under the hood it's very complex. A taxonomy is just a word or phrase that is associated with a post. WordPress provides two built-in taxonomies called tags and categories. If you think about it, those two taxonomies make it easier to group posts together. For example, if you owned a music site and you wanted to assign posts to the genre rock, then you would use a category. By doing this, you could filter posts associated with certain genres. In the resource section of this lecture, I provide a link to learn more about taxonomies. Taxonomies can make it easier to manage and filter posts. The concept behind taxonomies is very simple, but WordPress does a lot of work behind the scenes. To better understand how much WordPress is doing, let's take a look at a database diagram. WordPress creates 3 tables just for managing taxonomies. Let's break down each table. WP_terms stores all of your taxonomy terms. WP_term_taxonomy defines what taxonomy each term belongs to. WP_term_relationships, a cross-reference table that joins taxonomy terms with your content. Each of these tables play a significant role when it comes to taxonomies. To show you how complex things can get, here is what a SQL query might look like when you want to grab all the posts and their taxonomies. As you can see, you have to make a lot of joins just to grab something so simple. Luckily, you don't have to deal with this kind of stuff as WordPress has a lot of built-in functions that will handle all this workload for you. An example would be the WP query class. This class has quite a few options for grabbing posts with taxonomies. If you can recall, we grabbed posts related to a single post based on a category and displayed them right below the content. This is an example of us using a taxonomy. It's even easy to create our own taxonomy. Let's do that now. For our recipes, I want to create a taxonomy for the origin of a recipe. Many recipes can come from Italy or France or any other country you can think of. So it would be a good idea to use a taxonomy to group recipes together based on their origin. To register a taxonomy, you have to use the function register taxonomy. This function must be called inside the init hook, but we already have something like that. So let's open the init.php file now. Right after creating the post type, let's call this function. This function has 3 parameters. The first parameter is the name of this taxonomy. In the resource section of this lecture, I provide a link to this function. If you scroll down to the list of parameters, you'll find that WordPress provides some information about this parameter. The name of the taxonomy. Names should only contain lowercase letters and the underscore character, and not be more than 32 characters long. Let's keep it simple and name this taxonomy origin. The second parameter is what post type will this taxonomy be associated with. I want this taxonomy to only belong to the recipe post type, so pass that in like so. The last parameter is an array of arguments we can set. If you look at the documentation, you'll notice we can set a number of things. Let's pass in an array. There are only 3 things I'm going to set. A lot of the default settings are fine the way they are. I want to set the label to origin. I'll make this string translatable. The next thing I want to set is the rewrite rule. I want the slug to be origin. The last thing I want to set is the show in rest option. This should be true. This is important to set if you're using Gutenberg. The Gutenberg editor uses an API called the REST API. This is an API we haven't been able to go over in depth. It basically allows WordPress to update the database through requests. We'll explore the REST API in a later lecture. Just know for now that it's necessary for custom taxonomies to work in the Gutenberg editor. These are the only things I want to set. Save your changes and navigate to the admin dashboard. Right under the Recipes menu, you'll find a new submenu called Origin. Click on this and you'll find that WordPress generates a UI for you to manage these taxonomies. If you were to create a new recipe or edit an existing one, you'll find a panel on the sidebar that lets you manage the origin taxonomy for this particular post. As you can see, WordPress does a lot under the hood for you already when it comes to taxonomies.